The Rolex Shanghai Masters going to get started on October 2nd and run through October 13th. Great ATP 1000 event. Can't wait to see how it's all going to play itself out. And with that being said, it's time to look at which players are entered into this year's tournament. So let's get started by addressing kind of the guy that has the big headlines around this year's tournament. And it is a guy that hasn't played at this event in a meaningful period of time. It's Novak Djokovic. Yes, that's right. Djokovic making his first appearance here in Shanghai since 2019. Now, overall, this tournament has been pretty well for him. He's been 34-5 record overall at the Shanghai Masters. He's going to be the number 4 seed for this year's tournament. Now, I know we got started with the number 4 seed, so who else is ranked around him there? Let's get started with the world number 1. No surprise, he's number 1 in this year's tournament, and that is Jannik Sinner. Sinner, you guys know, playing great overall here in 2024. Two-time major champion, winning the Australian Open, and then most recently winning the U.S. Open. Big opportunity for Sinner here to keep this domination going here. It's been a great 2024. It's on the hard courts where Sinner thrives. Look out for Jannik Sinner in this year's tournament. Now, also around him, we have Carlos Alcaraz. Alcaraz looking to bounce back after an awful hardcourt showing recently. Remember, Cincinnati looked terrible, early exit there. U.S. Open, early exit there as well, losing in round 2 at the U.S. Open. Now, Alcaraz, we know he's good on the hard courts. He's good on any surface. He's the youngest player in tennis history to win major championships on hard courts, on grass courts, and on the clay court. So the kid's incredible. He has all the talent in the world. I expect him to bounce back in a big way. If he doesn't, going to be very concerning for Carlos Alcaraz moving forward here with the rest of the year. There's also Alexander Zverev. Zverev, again, very good 2024. He's been steady. He's actually already qualified for the ATP Finals in the later part of the year here. So Zverev also entered, also looking to build on a good year. Daniil Medvedev, not qualified yet, but a guy that probably should be very, very soon. Good news for Medvedev. We're in hard courts for the rest of the year. Medvedev, very good hard court player. I expect Medvedev to make a deep run in this year's tournament, absolutely. Now, Taylor Fritz, guys, entered into this year's tournament. He's a guy I'm really curious to see how he performs because the U.S. Open, right? Amazing showing, making it all the way to the finals. Everybody so hyped up now around Fritz, especially here in America. Is he going to be the guy that finally breaks through here and does something for American tennis? A lot of pressure on Taylor Fritz right now. Let's see if there's a hangover from the U.S. Open or if he rides the momentum he's had from this year's U.S. Open. Now, big name here that you wouldn't expect. That's Hubert Hurkacz. Remember, guys, last year, this was a big coming out party for him. He is the defending champion here, the 2023 champion here at Shanghai, looking to win back-to-back. Everybody thought after he won last year it would be a big year here in 2024, and it hasn't been. Very inconsistent play. Whenever you thought he was going to break out and have a big moment, he kind of fell a little bit. So can he rebound here in the later part of 2024? Can he go back-to-back here? Something to keep an eye on. Definitely going to be a storyline as this tournament progresses. Now, here's a storyline that we're going to be keeping an eye out on here for the rest of the year. And that is, and I'm going to have videos on this here, the ATP rankings. I'm going to keep everybody up to date and up to speed with everything. Big race here for the rest of the year. So the other big names to keep an eye out on this year's tournament, not even saying that they're definitely going to win it or they're going to make huge runs, but who could make a deep enough of a run, do something to keep themselves secure. That is Casper, Ruud, big opportunity here to make qualify for the final 8 players. Andrey, Rublev, another player in the same boat, and Alex de Minaur. The big thing for those 3 guys is that Novak Djokovic is actually on the outside looking in right now. If Djokovic goes far in this tournament, he could definitely leapfrog a lot of these guys. They have to play well here in Shanghai. Now, really quickly, just to wrap things up, I do want to talk about a few other players here. Be really quick here. There are some big names that are entered here. We have Grigor Dimitrov. He's actually number 10 in the ATP rankings. Could he do something here? Maybe put himself in contention as we get to the later part of this year. Also, the Americans that are all very good hardcourt players too, mind you. So keep an eye on these guys as well here. Tommy Paul, Ben Shelton, Francis Tiafoe. Let's see if they could do anything here at an ATP 1000 event. And then, of course, Jack Draper, great showing at the US Open. Was that a coming out party or was it a fluke? Big opportunity for him to build on some momentum as well. So that is your entry list for this year's Rolex Shanghai Masters. Again, that tournament going to start on October 2nd, run through October 13th. Going to be a big event here, especially with these ATP final rankings getting closer and closer to this final part of the year. Can't wait to see how it all plays itself out in Shanghai.